Welcome to Stoner Podcast. Happy Friday. What's up? What's up, everyone? I am here to just. Oh, my pen fell. Well, that's great. It's a good way to start the show. I am here to talk about um, the Idaho 4 case. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome. Um, so, I've been doing a lot of research. I've been doing so much fucking research working on this Idaho 4 timeline. I just want to do research. I want to fucking do the research and not even talk about it, to be honest with you. But here we go. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do a few things today. There's a few things I want to go over today. We're not going to go over the complete timeline because it's just a lot. It's too much. So we're going to cover as much as we can cover. And I don't know. I'm thinking of doing more pre-records and shorter videos. I don't know if that's helpful to you guys to see this content like in a shorter format rather than, a long ass 2-hour live, you know what I mean? So, yeah, let's begin with what I have so far. And it's crazy because like I keep adding on to this timeline. Like at first I kind of wanted to do like seriously, like honestly, I just wanted to do the basics. But the more you go into it, like then you want to add everything. You want to add everyone's account. You want to add, so then you have to look at every single interview and just, kind of not decipher, but analyze their interviews, include all of the times. So I'm still working on it. I'm also going to add on to this. I'm adding on like the vehicles. I'm adding on the times we see the vehicles. I'm also working on the text messages and yeah, everything. I'm adding the links on here. I want to make this visible to everyone. Like I want everyone to have access to this. I don't know how to do that, how I'm going to do that eventually, but whatever. Let's just begin. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope y'all can see me good here. I want to make sure. Hey, how comes? Oh, hey, what's up? Thank you. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Um, yeah. So let's dive into it. Again, welcome to Stoner Podcast in this channel. I typically do like the lives, I like do Kane, what's up, my guy? I love the lives because I don't know, I love the research and talking about it and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna do more pre-records only because they're a smaller format, and those I don't need to like come out live for those. I can just do them, Anyway, what's up, chat? How's everyone doing? What's up, Kane? How are you? All right, let's get started here. So, the way I began with this timeline, I did, what the fuck? Oh no, I don't want to show that. Okay, let's be careful here. Okay, so the way I did this timeline, I started like from the November 12th, like tell me Saturday morning what was going on, right? Like I kind of even want to go way before, but obviously we don't have the details of what happened during that week. It's important. But here we go. So what we have so far is that at 10 a.m., Bethany was last. She was the last one to wake up, and Ethan was in the living room. And Kaylee, Dylan, Maddie, and Xana, they were all gone. And Bethany checked her Find My Friends app and saw that they were at Taco Bell, right? So that's 10 a.m. in the morning. Now, Kai's interview, Kai says he was last at 1122 King, where he met everyone for brunch, and then they tailgated before the game. 11 a.m. Kaylee, Dylan, Maddie, Bethany were in Kaylee's room getting ready for a party at Taylor's. Okay, so then 11:05, there's a receipt for purchase made by Maddie at Taj Grocery at 11:05 a.m. So we have an actual physical evidence of Maddie being somewhere at 11:05 a.m. and that's at Taj Grocery. So basically what Bethany stated here, I don't know how Maddie could have been getting ready. How could Maddie have been getting ready if Maddie was at the grocery store, right? So that doesn't make sense, right? Then if we continue on, let's continue on. Then Bethany starts drinking. That's when she claims she begins at 11:30 a.m., right? Oh, Jules is in the house. What's up, Jules? Hi, World of Speech. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hello. Hey, Jules. Okay, so yeah, so Bethany starts drinking 11:30, right? So then I still need there's some time missing here. So like obviously there's more interviews we need to get through because obviously there's time missing here. This is still under construction, right, you guys? Okay. So at 2 p.m., Bethany states that Kaylee left for the Whites before the rest of the group. And then Bethany also stated that she left around 2 p.m. with Maddie, Dylan, Xana, Ethan, and Hunter Johnson, Jose, Lyndon, Kai, Ava, B, and SS. Who's SS? Do you guys know who SS is? And B, is B and is B Braden? Is B Braden Jensen? I have those two questions. Who is B and who is SSS? I put Ava down only because the redaction showed a short name, but it's possible that the A could be someone else. All right. So this is all in supplement 90, by the way. Actually, let me just go there and read it out verbatim, right? Might as well. So if we go over to supplement 90, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, let me do it as a like if I change the view to list, I'll be able to see it faster. Okay, here we go. 90. Now on this one, let's remove and all right, here we go. Okay, so here's interview with Bethany, and she says everyone who has a code on here, and I kind of got everyone. I kind of got everyone except for so we know it's Bethany, Dylan, Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, Ethan, Jenna McClure, Lakelynn, right? Lakelynn McComas. Oh, I got to play her interview. Lakelynn's interview. Hunter Johnson, Emily Lant, and Josie Gisette Laurent. Is this CC or OO? If you guys can help me out with that one, CC or OO. Is that clear? No. CC. See, I can't find anyone with the CC. So, but anyway, let's continue. So here's when she states that. Let's go on. My allergies are fucking killing me too. So it's been like, anyway, let me shut up and stop complaining. All right. So 2 p.m. Where you at? So she says that too. Here we go. Here it is. Yeah, so she was at the Whites at around 15:48 hours. When she left with Xana, Maddie, Kaylee, and Dana stayed at the Whites. Ethan had left before her and Xana, which I'm assuming Ethan left to get ready for the formal, right? So that would make sense. Okay, so Ethan left. The part that doesn't make sense to me, well, I already talked about it because at 11 a.m., she says here that between 11 and 12, Bethany stated Kaylee left for the Whites before the rest of the group. Bethany stated she left around 2 with Maddie. The part I don't get here is about, okay, here. She says Bethany felt she got up sometime between 10 and 11 in the morning. Bethany stated she checked her Find My Friends app and saw that they were at Taco Bell at the time. So I'm guessing after Taco Bell, maybe they went to that grocery store because there is literally a receipt from this grocery store that Maddie was at 11 o'clock a.m. Okay. So, and then, yeah, I don't know who this SS character is. And AB. Oh, is that, AB? Is that, huh? It's a short A. See, I don't know if this is Kai Ava on or is it AB like A, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so back to the timeline, right? Happy Friday, Leslie and Billy. Thank you for joining. Yay, what's up? All right. So back to timeline, right? Um mm, okay. So y'all can see this, right? Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So we're back to yeah, so 2 p.m., right? Yeah, that's what she said. Okay, 2. So here it looks like Kai was with them also. They did some tailgating before the game. According to Kai's interview, they did some tailgating before the game, whatever. Okay, cool. Cool, right? Then we have at 3:48 p.m., Bethany stated she was at the Whites until 3:48. And when she left with Xana, Ethan had left before them. Like I said, perhaps he was getting ready for the formal, right? Then Bethany and Xana go to AB place somewhere on Taylor. AB. Is that AB? I hate these fucking initials. Like, okay. So there's parting it up at Taylor on Taylor, right? Then this is the Vandal game starts. So this is where I'm like, hang on. So Kai says that they all go to the Vandals game. Kai Davis says they all went to the Vandals game. Then at 4:51, Bethany and Xana leave the place and go back to 1122 King Road. Then Bethany, Xana, Maddie, Kaylee, and Dylan were all at the house and they made food around this time. So 4:51, the game is still going, right? The game's still going. I'm assuming 6 p.m. the game is still going too. So that's when Hunter says that the dinner, the formal, begins at 6. But according to Maisie's interview says they don't get there till 7. Okay. So at 6 p.m., Kai says that he leaves around halftime. And here's where I'm like, hang on. So, okay, so 6 p.m., would that be halftime? 6 p.m. So he leaves at halftime with everyone, he says, with everyone. Then they all go to the Whites. But then what's confusing here is that Emily, unknown, because her interview, it's unknown of the time, she says that she left the football game and then went to see her friends went to see a friends of hers at an apartment near hers on Taylor. So she's not at the Whites. So I want to know who's all these people hanging out with that Kai is talking about at the Whites, because Emily's not there yet. Emily doesn't get there till 8:30, according to her interview. According to her interview, she gets there at 8:30. And that Josie, Hunter, Johnson, Lindenbeck, they all go to sleep at 8:30 because they planned to go to a lodge party, but did not end up going to the lodge party. But they're all together. This group is together, and this other group is together at the Whites too. Are they partying together? Or are they in separate groups? I mean, I know this is a big college, there's tons of students, so we don't know. Ava Wood was also working at the football game. She said she had zero interaction, no clue, no idea. She heard nothing. She got home, she saw nothing. Right? Then at 8:30 p.m., Bethany tells Blaker that she was at a party with Ethan and Xana at an apartment before going to the main party, the main part of the fraternity. So I'm just confused because I thought Bethany was with Kai Davis. Isn't Bethany seeing Kai? So how is Bethany at this frat party with Ethan and Xana, and then you have Kai Davis with, he says everyone at the Whites. So it's not making sense. So it's Bethany's not with Kai, basically, is what I'm gathering. She was not with him. Let's continue. So then at 9 p.m., they all woke up and got ready for a house party. Maddie and Bethany left first to go to P's apartment. Is that Pete Hill? No, I don't know. So they go to P's apartment. Kaylee stayed home and was not going. Ethan and Xana also went to P's after, and Dylan also walked over at a later time. So now they're hanging out at P's. So this would have been around the time the game ends, right? The Vandal game ends, I'm guessing. And 9:09, just 9 minutes after being at P's, Maddie leaves. And she goes back home to meet up with Kaylee, right? Because they're going to the corner club. So I'm not sure what the point was of Maddie and Bethany all of a sudden. It's just not making sense to me. I just like need to see what groups were together, what groups were not together, you know. That's at 9:09. Then we go to 9 o'clock p.m. Ethan and Hunter Chapin, along with Xana, they hang out at Hunter's apartment. And it was the last time that Hunter sees Ethan, he says. 9 o'clock. Then at the same time, Ethan sent a text to Maisie. Dog, come hang out. We all want you here. So I'm assuming Ethan and Xana, they were at Hunter's apartment, no? Yeah? Because that's what Hunter said. Supplement 107. Hunter said that's the last time he saw Ethan. So if Ethan and Xana were there, that text came from Hunter's house. Then when Ethan was at Hunter's, telling Maisie to come through. 9:15, Hunter Chapin returns from the main lodge, and Ethan and Xana were gone. Just 15 minutes. So why would Ethan text Maisie, dog, come home, come hang out, we all want you here? Why would Ethan text Maisie that and then immediately leave? That makes zero sense to me, right? So 10 p.m. Then Hunter said he went to bed. Bethany now says that Yessie arrives at the party and they stayed at the apartments. So Bethany's still at the that Sigma Chi party, I guess. Here. She's still there with Yessie now at 10. KF says, supplement 112, that Dylan arrived at her residence and stayed for 2 or 3 hours at 10. Then at 10:02, Eric Gower says that he contacted Kaylee for a ride to the corner club. Jack D at 10:10, that's when he says his shift ended. 10:15, Eric Gower said he picked up Kaylee, Maddie, and another female at 10:15. 10:30, Bethany and Yessie stated they headed over to the main frat house. But how? If KF said, why would Bethany say that if KF said they were hanging out on Taylor? So what's the truth? Are you on Taylor or are you at the frat party? Where are you, Bethany and Yessie? Like, it's not making sense. 10:30, KF says Dylan arrived at her residence and stayed 2 or 3 hours. Oh, I have it twice. Huh. One is a mistake, obviously. 10:34 p.m. Kohlberger uses his debit card at Walmart in Pullman. 11 p.m. Jack D goes back to the corner club. 11:30, KF says Bethany arrived at her residence. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, so Bethany's with Yessie at the frat house. Okay, got it. Now at 11, an hour later, she's at Taylor. Okay, got it. Now that makes total sense, right? 11:30, KF says Bethany arrived at her residence. Okay, cool. Okay, She's on Taylor now at 11:30. At 11:30, there's a hit and run near Kohlberger's residence. 12:17 a.m. Bethany says she hung out at the main part of the house and left. Now, Bethany says she left at 12:17. Here's a discrepancy. Here's a discrepancy because Bethany, baby, how could you, baby girl, how could you leave at 12:17 a.m. when KF said you got to her house at 11:30? You can't be at two places unless like you have a clone or some shit, right? So at 12:17, Bethany says she was hanging out at the main part of the frat, right? And that's when she says she saw Ethan and Xana at P's apartment. Bethany, Yessie, Josie, Hunter. I'm assuming Kai, but I don't know if it's Kai. Now I don't know if Bethany was hanging out with Kai at all. Because Kai's interview, I should just go ahead and play his interview. Kai is saying that Kai has a whole freaking timeline of events he did. And it has nothing to do with Bethany. Only that morning. Only that morning. So this is fucking odd to me. Right? Then at 12:20, there's a text from Xana. I need to get the source of this. There's a text from Xana, you good, at 12:20. Okay? This is fucking throwing me off too, because then at 12:26 a.m., Kohlberger does a search for the Pullman police and fire dispatch audio feed. So I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a second. Like, dude, was Brian Kohlberger looking into the fucking accident that happened at 11:30? Like, was he fucking looking into this shit? Like, what's going on here? Why? Like, why did Brian Kohlberger look into a Pullman police feed at 12:30? Brian Kohlberger at 10:30, he's at the Walmart at Pullman, right? 10:30. An hour later, there's an accident, there's a hit and run near his residence. Then an hour after that, this motherfucker is searching the Pullman police and fire dispatch audio feed. What was he looking into? Is what I want to know. What was he looking into? It's supplement 174. I can open it and share it. I mean, supplement 174. Let's go there. And then after this, I want to do the Kai Let me write it down so I can make sure I accomplish everything I want to accomplish on this live. So we want to do Kai Davis after this. And then after Kai Davis, I want to do Lakelynn'S interview. Okay. So 174, let's pull that one up. Thanks for everyone joining today. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone being here. Okay. So this was written by Danny Vargas. Date March 28th. It says that on November 12th at approximately 23:40 hours, which was, what did I put down on my timeline? Did I put the correct time? 11:30. Oh, fuck. I also wanted to look at crime scene photos too. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to. We'll see how much we'll get done. 174. Here we go. So on November 12th, 2022, at approximately 23:40 hours, so that's 11, what is that? Yeah, 11:40. Whitcomb received a hit and run accident. That's at 11:40, November 12th. Okay. Do I have this correct on my timeline? 11:40, November 12th. Oh, I had 11:30. Okay, let's change that. Okay, so 11:40 p.m. on November 12th. Okay. All right. So it says here that there was a hit and run accident in the area of, I don't know, in Pullman. Multiple PPD officers arrived on the scene and blocked off the area where this incident occurred. The location of this accident was near and the west entrance to the blank apartment complex near Koberger's residence. Chief blank, is that Chief Fry? No, I don't know. Was later arrested. Oh no, this is did I write it on my timeline? He was arrested. His name is I looked it up. Hang on. Oh fuck, I can't find it. Okay, I looked it up. I can't find it right now. This guy was arrested as a suspect in this case and booked into Whitman County Jail on November 13th at 8:54 a.m. On January 3rd, the Pullman Police Department records specialist sent me a link to the evidence so I could view and download the videos related to this case. I downloaded 35 videos, which spanned between November 12th at 23:41 hours. So again, that's 11:41 to 11:13 at 03:25 hours. So that's 3:25. A majority of the videos were in the area of where the suspect vehicle was eventually located near Northeast California Street. I provided the downloaded videos to Detective Mowry so he could upload them to MPD evidence server. I later viewed the videos. I did not see a vehicle matching Koberger's vehicle in any of the videos on Brandy Way or in the videos near Northeast California Street. The longest video recording on Brandy Way starts at 23:43, that's 11:43, and runs for 1 hour and 21 minutes. All of the videos captured on Brandy Way span from November 12th to November 13th. Brandy Way was closed off with cones and police tape from 11:12 through 11:13 again. While reviewing Koberger's cell phone data extraction, I located a screenshot of the Whitman County jail roster with OF. Is that CFOF information? The last modified date time for the image was November 13th at 6:27 p.m. This image was taken from Yik Yak. So Koberger was fucking investigating what was going on because he took a screenshot on November 13th at 6:27 p.m. of the dude that was locked up. Then, in Koberger's Chrome tab history on his phone, I located where he searched for the Pullman police and fire dispatch. And that was at 12:26 a.m. Let me see if that's on my timeline. Yeah, 12:26 a.m. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. This is Why You're Fat by Jackie Warner, featuring Jillian Michaels and a broken bucket. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But I am far from fat. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me share my screen. Let's go back to the timeline. I need a beer. Nobody shaming on the chat, please. Explain yourself or I will block you or mute you. Please, nobody shaming. We don't got time for that bullshit. We don't have time for high school shit up in here. Okay, back to the timeline. That's when Koberger searched, right? Then 12:30 a.m. Josie arrived at Xana's house. According to her supplement, it is unclear if she meant 11:12 or 11:13. 1 a.m. Emily and Hunter wake up and start watching TV until 3 a.m. 1 a.m. Jack D leaves the corner club and goes to sleep at 1:30 a.m. Bethany says at 1 a.m. she walks home to King from Taylor, and Dylan and Lakelynn were home watching Vampire Diaries. At 1:22 a.m., Bethany says Lakelynn left. 1:30 a.m., Kaylee and Maddie can be seen on the Twitch video at the grub truck. I still have to go back and add on here the time Kaylee and Maddie arrive at the grub truck up here somewhere. Okay. 1:22 a.m. Lakelynn leaves. 1:30 Kaylee and Maddie can be seen on the Twitch video. 1:30 a.m. two honks are heard at the grub truck, which matches the two honks that you hear at the 1112 King camera. It's identical. They sound identical. 1:45 a.m. Eric Gower stated Kaylee reached out for a ride. 1:49 Eric Gower arrives at the grub truck. 2 a.m. Koberger's phone connects with several different cell phone towers in Pullman between 2 a.m. and 2:25 a.m. Now, this now makes sense to me because according to Koberger's phone data, it appears that he was investigating some type of bullshit that was happening in Pullman around this time. This motherfucker didn't sleep either. Brian Koberger was, in my opinion, investigating what occurred with that hit and run accident near his residence at 11:40. He then searched the dispatch audio feed. He then, he didn't go to sleep right away, baby. Look what he does. This 12:20? Okay, cool. Then Koberger now, it's 2 a.m. Koberger is still on the Pullman shit. He's investigating something, in my opinion. 2 a.m. KF stated she walked Dylan and Bethany past the Whites sometime before 2 a.m. Kay stated she stayed on Taylor and then turned around, and she was not sure what route they took home for sure, but felt they kept walking west on Taylor toward King. Kay stated there was a group of 3 or 4 other females with Bethany and Dylan at the time. Kay did state she was drunk at the time and she could not recall all the events and everyone who was present with the group. She thought though that LM was with the group. So that's Lakelynn. Lakelynn's McComas, baby. 2 a.m. We're gonna check out her interview. I think Christy Chaos has it. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing that interview. So I think we're just gonna get into Caitlin's interview. I mean, not Caitlin, sorry. Lakelynn's. Lakelynn's. She seems to be everywhere. Right? Yeah, 2 a.m. Okay. And Stacy Chapin, as we know, it was the dark hour, right? All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. I'm sure most of you have already listened to what's her name? Lakelynn's interview. I'm gonna play it. I swear to God, I haven't listened to it. I've just been so fucking busy with other shit. So we're gonna check it out, okay? Let's go there. Because I need to hear what she says. That way I can add on her timeline on this master timeline. I also wanted to look at the crime scene photos, the last batch, the batch from January. January, yeah. Yeah. So I also want to look at those too with you guys. So I'm going to look for the video and play it. And as I play this video, I am going to grab a beer, let my dogs out, and come back. Oh, I think it's a book, someone said. Thank you, Prime Time. This is why you're fat. But why is someone suggesting this is why you're fat book? Like what? Unless Warner, who's Jackie Warner? Is that like a spouse of one of the officers or something? I don't know. Are you guys offended that I'm showing some skin? What's going on here, you guys? It's Friday. It's fucking Friday. Let's all be happy. Yeah, my fucking internet wants to act up right now. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. It's opening. Okay, now let's go on to Christy Chaos. I think she has the interview. Wow. My internet's going so slow. Okay, here we go. Lakelynn, where you at, girl? Okay, cool. Found her. Okay, let's do this, guys. Okay, so this is Christy Chaos. Go check her out. She's great. She has so much content on here, you guys. Check it out. Oh, KF is Kyle Fry. Oh shit, KF is Kyle Fry. I thought it was a female. No way, I thought it was a female. Okay, here it is, guys. Thank you, Christy Chaos. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is Lakelynn, and she seems to have been friends with Xana too. Anyway, let's see what she says. This is 35 minutes long. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna need a beer.
Yeah, you can just have a seat here.
I'm gonna need a motherfucking beer. Here we go.
I think that was on.
Wait, baby, wait.
I have November 19th. I think that we talked.
I think that
Yeah, sounds about right. So basically, went over what we discussed earlier. There's a couple things I just want to like really confirm. When you were, well, back up. We were trying to go off timestamps on pictures when you left before.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to try to get down as close as we can to when you got there and when you left there.
Okay.
So we can start with that.
Okay.
We were going off like pictures and video timestamps.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? Can you go to the picture, the first one you have there?
Yeah.
Or I guess the last one you had anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last video that I had at it was at house, the one that's on TikTok. The time of the last thing I have from there is 11:54 p.m.
Okay. What I'd like to do, I know you send them all to me and I could pull the metadata, but I just want to look at the timestamp and write them down like verbatim if that's cool.
Yeah.
Because can you go to the last one you have before you went to?
Yeah.
Whatever that would have been.
Before I went there, this was the last thing.
Okay, and what's happening here?
My friend here.
Okay. Does she work in the shop?
No, that's at a frat house.
I was gonna say it almost looks like with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, no, she tends to do that. So.
Give me 1 second here. So the last at least picture with whatever you have is 6:41 p.m. before you would go to. Okay, and who did you go there initially by yourself, or did you go with anybody there?
I went with a couple people.
Okay. Did you ride there together or walk or how'd that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before
I think I missed something, so let's go back.
Okay, and what's happening here?
My friend here.
Okay. Does she work in the shop?
No, that's at a frat house.
I was gonna say it almost looks like with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, no, she tends to do that.
Stuff.
Yeah, no, she tends to.
What's happening here?
It was at house, the one that's on TikTok. The time of the last thing I have from there is 11:54 p.m.
Okay. What I'd like to do, I know you send them all to me and I could pull the metadata, but I just want to look at the timestamp and write them down like verbatim if that's cool.
Yeah.
Because can you go to the last one you have before you went to?
Yeah.
Whatever that would have been.
Before I went there, this was the last thing.
Okay, and what's happening here?
My friend here.
Okay. Does she work in the shop?
No, that's at a frat house.
I was gonna say it almost looks like with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and what's happening here?
My friend here.
Okay. Does she work in the shop?
No, that's at a frat house.
I was gonna say it almost looks like with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, no, she tends to do that. Give me 1 second here.
So the last at least picture with whatever you have is 6:41 p.m. before you go to. Okay, and when who did you go there initially by yourself? Did she work in the shop?
No, that's at a frat house.
Oh, I was gonna say it almost looks like with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, no, she
Okay.
she tends to do that. So.
I see 1 second here. So the last at least picture with whatever you have is 6:41 p.m. before you go to. Okay, and when who did you go there initially by yourself, or did you go with anybody there?
I went with a couple people.
Okay. Did you ride there together or walk, or how'd that?
Yeah,
transpire?
we had a ride there.
Okay, who went with you in the ride there?
It was
I wonder if she meant it was Kai. I hear like a K. Let's continue.
Yeah. Okay. Are a lot of the people from your classes and stuff doing the same thing?
I think so. Yeah, there's like a good chunk of people in like all my classes that are they're doing like the Zoom option and stuff. So
you stay in pretty close touch with like you're in a sorority, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in that's right.
Yeah.
You stay in touch with all those people pretty frequently. Does everyone kind of feel in the same way, like I want to stay home and do the remote thing?
Yeah, there's like some girls from our sorority that are there. And like chose to go back because just like they find like normalcy like being in school and stuff. But yeah, I'd say like it's like half and half between like the girls that stayed home and the ones that went back to Moscow.
Okay. All right. So there's that drove, and then could you pull that back up?
Oh yeah.
So it looks like she's showing the cop her phone with all these pictures, right? And he questioned one of them because one of her friends has gloves on, and the cop's like, "What does she work at a shop or something? Like what's going on here, right?"
Okay, so right here, and this is the first one you took at the party?
Yes, I believe.
It's at 6:44?
Or wait. I didn't see that one. No, this is still at the frat house.
Okay.
This was the first one.
That was the first one there.
Okay, so sorry I had that.
No, that's all right. So that's about 10:35. When you got to, I know we discussed kind of who was there for that, but do you remember who was there?
So far, there's like 5 times they're saying here: 11:54 p.m., 6:41 p.m., 6:44 p.m., 10:35 p.m., and none of it is clear. None of it is fucking clear. Like, why is this redacted? Why? Honestly, like, we need to know where these kids were. What the fuck, man? This is why, like, when I listen to interviews, god damn it just pisses me off. God damn it just fucking pisses me off. Because why is it redacted? We fucking need to know this. What time and where was she? What the fuck? So fucking annoying.
All right. This one was clear. There's that drove, and then could you pull that back up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so right here, and this is the first one you took at the party?
Yes, I believe.
It's at 6:44?
Okay. She has a picture at the party at 6:44. Okay, what party? What fucking party? Excuse my French.
Or wait. I didn't see that one.
And then she says, "Oh wait." Like, now here's another story.
No, this is still at the frat house.
Okay.
So she said no. She's at the frat house. So she's saying that 6:44, she's at the frat house still. Okay.
This was the first one.
That was the first one there.
Okay, so sorry I had that.
No, that's all right. So that's about 10:35. When you got to.
So apparently at 10:35, when she got where?
I know we discussed kind of who was there for that, but do you remember who was there right when you got there?
I first got there. I know there really wasn't many people there when we got there.
Okay.
Because it wasn't really like gonna be like a big party thing. It was more of like
more
a
of a closed house
kickback
thing.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think
Okay, it wasn't a big party. It was a small get together that she got there at 10:35 p.m.
we were some of the first people that got there.
Okay. And you were there until close to midnight-ish?
Yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so at this party, she was there until midnight. Now, let me go back to the timeline because I want to see. Okay, so on this timeline, we have, where was Bethany? Where were the girls? So we have Bethany at the frat house still at 10 o'clock. We have her there. How about midnight? Bethany's still at the frat house at midnight. Okay. Hang on, because Lakelynn, when Bethany gets home at 1 a.m. All right, hang on, because when Bethany gets home at 1 a.m., Lakelynn's is there with Dylan. Okay. So let's hear what she says. Hang on. Okay. So she leaves around midnight. Okay. She leaves around midnight. So I'm guessing midnight is when she arrives at 1222 King, right? But let's say.
Yeah.
Turn it off on us. Okay, cool. So that one, I'm just gonna write down the timestamps.
Okay,
I know I could pull the metadata off the pictures.
No.
I will later. It's just easy to.
Mm-hmm.
Is this
Yes.
Is this
getting iced? What was that?
Yeah.
Hayden getting iced? Hayden getting iced because we know that Hayden had a fucking bruise in his forehead, right? So, okay.
But I think we were some of the first people that got there.
Okay. And you were there until close to midnight-ish?
Yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turn it off on us. Okay, cool. So that one, I'm just gonna write down the timestamps.
Okay,
I know I could pull the metadata off the pictures.
No.
I will later. It's just easy to.
Mm-hmm.
Is this
Yes.
getting iced?
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah.
That's
That's
okay.
her house.
Okay, so who is this K person? That's where they were. Are they talking about Caitlyn? Hey, are they talking about Caitlyn?
I think it's just the same. Oh, that video is so embarrassing.
We've all been there.
We've seen more embarrassing stuff
Yeah.
the last 3 weeks than
I'm
what
sure.
we've seen on your stuff and phone, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Who's
I don't know who that
Okay.
is, but other people seem to know him.
Looks like a good dancer, huh?
I guess, yeah. I just met him that night, but I don't remember what his name was.
my knees
How
was giving out.
convenient, huh?
Yeah.
How convenient.
So that's at Kay's house.
Yes.
Case house.
And
Okay.
that is at
Okay.
like Xana's house.
So this is okay.
That is
And what is this?
Okay, so as he's going through her photos, she's like, I think they're going in order. 6:44, they were at the frat house. 10:35 p.m., they were at a small party until midnight. Until midnight. Kay's house. Kay's house is what she says, right? And then we just hear her say, Max. And then we just hear her say right now, what did she say? That she was at Xana's.
House.
yes. And that is at like Xana's house.
So this is okay.
That is
See? So then here we go. Here we go. After all of this, now she's at Xana's. Okay. Now, one of my wheels. Okay, I'm dragging one of my wheels. Okay. So yeah, so
And what is
Okay.
this? Is this specific?
So you guys, there's photos. She has pictures. She has pictures of being in Xana's house because they're going through her phone. Okay.
Specifically of their room?
this is the bathroom on the second floor.
Okay, that's because
She was on the second floor. Okay. She was on the second floor bathroom. Okay. Okay. Now, we obviously know Dylan was there. Was Xana there? Was Xana there? I'm curious.
you right when you got there, you went to the
I
bathroom,
went to
right?
the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the
Oh, she said right when she got there, we went to the bathroom. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? Who goes to a party and unless you were pissing on yourself, the first thing you do is go to the bathroom? No. No, I think she's messing with the timeline here. I think she's messing with the timeline. It's possible that she was there way before. She was probably at Xana's way before midnight. Okay? Listen to what they're talking about. They're talking about the photos on her phone. And the cop is checking out all of the timestamps. And they're going in order. And when they come up to the photo of her in the bathroom at 112 King Road at Xana's house, she says that that's as soon as she arrives, that's the first thing she does, goes to the bathroom. I think she's messing with the timeline, in my opinion. She doesn't want to say that she was there sooner than that. But why? My question is why? Why, right? Listen.
And what is this? Is this specifically of their room?
This is the bathroom on the second floor.
Okay, that's because you right when you got there, you went to the
I
bathroom,
went
right?
to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? Because, oh yeah, right. Because right when you got there, you went to the bathroom. And the cop is saying it. He doesn't even let her say it. The cop is saying it for her. The cop's like, oh yeah, right. Because as soon as you got there, you went to the bathroom first, right? He didn't even let her say it. So to me, this means like they had a conversation prior to this already that we don't know about.
and what was the context of that? Like there's just there's on the floor.
I think
And that second cop, it sounds like he has like one of those voice recorders so that you don't identify or you don't distinguish his voice. That's a weird fucking voice.
Ethan's clothes, and I just like was confused as to why he was just on the floor. But
Okay, so So you
Listen to what the fuck she is saying here. Holy shit. She took photos of Ethan's clothes on the floor. What the fuck is happening here, dude? Oh, hell no. Hell fucking no. Yo, this little girl, something's wrong with this one. Something is wrong with this one, in my opinion, guys. In my opinion.
And what was the context of that?
What is this specifically of their room?
This is the bathroom on the second floor.
Okay, that's because you right when you got there, you went to the bathroom,
I went
right?
to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the context of that? Like, there's just
The cop is asking because he basically, bitch, why the fuck would you be taking pictures of someone's clothing? Why would you do that?
on the floor.
I think it was Ethan's clothes, and I just like was confused as to why he was just on the floor.
So you took a photo of it? Oh my God. Oh my God. I just can't. You were confused that Ethan has how many? I mean, come on. Have you not been at dorms? Have you not been to a male's dorm room? That's how they fucking live, with clothes all over the floor. But this bitch took a picture of it. She fucking took a picture of it. What is the intent? What is the intent? I question that.
But
Okay, so you got right there. You went right to the bathroom, right? So that's probably pretty close to when you got there. Then about
yes.
Right? Okay, cool. I thought so. And there's some stuff that I've already obviously asked you about, and making sure everything's dialed in because. You stay in touch with Dylan and Beth?
Yeah, I was actually just with them this weekend because we went to the memorial on Friday.
Interesting. She kept in contact with Bethany and Dylan.
Together, and then Louisiana Celebration of Life on Saturday.
Where was that at?
They're both in.
Thought so. How are they doing?
They're doing okay, I think. I mean, just as much as they can right now.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing a little bit better than like a couple weeks ago.
What have you heard, like, kind of like, just since first time, I guess, that I think you guys talked the first time.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything different, or what's the hubbub? What's the going around opinions and stuff?
I mean, everyone's just kind of like has their own theories, kind of thing. I mean, I don't know, a lot of, or like some of my close friends like think it's the food truck guy, and like it's kind of just like all my friends.
The one in the Twitch video.
Yeah. But yeah, like they don't really like talking about any of this, so like I haven't like heard anything from them.
Yeah.
About it, like we try not to talk about it just because it's kind of hard.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
There's just so many like things flying around, so like.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got an opinion, so.
Yeah.
So was she tired and went to sleep, or did she like pass out?
No, she was like kind of like dozing off, getting ready to go to bed, and then they like told me I could stay the night, and I thought about it, but then I was like, I kind of just want to go home and go to bed, so like that's when I was home. That's in my room. So then I just walked home after that, and I think she was getting up and getting ready to like go to bed.
Getting up and getting ready to go to bed. So they were sleeping or laying down?
I kind of just want to go home and go to bed. So like that's when I was home. That's in my room. There's just so many like things flying around. So like,
Yeah. Well,
This bitch was taking photos of everything, huh?
but yeah, like
heard anything different, or what's the?
Dylan and this chick, they were fucking watching everyone, weren't they? And Bethany too. Bethany's fucking weird. These three are fucking weird. These three girls are fucking weird. I'm gonna say it. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Bethany checking their friend's location. As soon as she wakes up, checking their location. And let's not even discuss that she was alone with Ethan. That she was fucking alone with Ethan in that apartment. That's weird. Right? In the living room. Bethany's room is in the lower level. How are you in the second level hanging with Ethan? Why? Bethany's fucking weird, stalking people. Fucking Dylan is fucking weird. And now this is another weird one. Stalking people and taking pictures of the fucking house.
What's the hubbub? What's the going around opinions and stuff?
I mean, everyone's just kind of like has their own theories, kind of thing. I mean, I don't know, or like some of my close friends like think it's the food truck guy, and like, it's kind of just like all my friends.
The one in the Twitch video.
Yeah.
So she and Dylan both are blaming Jack Showalter. That's making Jack Showalter look innocent now. They're fucking making Jack Showalter. Holy shit.
But
maybe I should question Jack Showalter. Maybe I should question if he's really involved now. I thought he was. Maybe he's not. Considering that these chicks want to throw him under the bus.
Yeah, like they don't really like talking about any of this, so like I haven't like heard anything from them about it. Like we try not to talk about it just because it's kind of hard.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
There's just so many like things flying around, so like.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got an opinion, so.
Yeah.
So was she tired and went to sleep, or did she like pass out?
No, she was like kind of like dozing off, getting ready to go to bed, and then they like told me I could stay the night, and I thought about it, but then I was like, I kind of just want to go home and go to bed. So like that's when I was home. That's in my room.
So she goes home and she takes a picture when she gets home. So that's good to know. That's good to know. At least we have a timestamp. Well, law enforcement should have a timestamp of when she's home.
So then I just walked home after that, and I think she was getting up and getting ready to like go to bed.
Notice how she has not mentioned Xana, Ethan, Kaylee, and Maddie. Nothing so far.
So when you got there, it was
just me.
Just you and Dylan.
Yeah. And then while I was in the bathroom, she went upstairs to go get Murphy, the dog, to let him out.
Okay. She says, while I was in the bathroom, meaning, so didn't you just say that as soon as you got there, you went to the bathroom? So you're basically stating that, boom, as soon as you got there, you went straight to the bathroom. And as you're in the bathroom, Dylan is letting Murphy out. Yeah.
And then we were in the kitchen making popcorn, and then we were on the couch, started watching Vampire Diaries, and that's
it's like consecutive boom, boom, boom. There's like no color, no nothing. There's like, oh, like You know what I mean? Like, she's basically like telling us step by step what she did without any other, like, how it's like scripted, essentially, in my opinion, scripted. She's like, and then this, and then that. You know what I mean?
And then while I was in the bathroom, she went upstairs to go get Murphy, the dog, to let him out. And then we were
like, she's reading it from a paper. And then, okay, so, but tell us. Okay, cool. Dylan let Murphy out. Okay, awesome. Then what? Did Murphy come back in? Did you guys where'd you put Murphy after that? Did you guys have Murphy in the sofa watching TV with you guys? Like, tell us more.
in the kitchen making popcorn, and then we were on the couch, started watching Vampire Diaries, and that's about like when I got home, probably like 10-15 minutes after
After you guys
we
got
got there. Yeah.
10-15 minutes after you got there, you guys got there. Okay. Bethany arrives.
And then we were on the couch, started watching Vampire Diaries, and that's about like when I got home, probably like 10-15 minutes after
you guys
we
got
got there. Yeah, because we were on the couch already watching the Vampire Diaries.
there. Okay. So
And
you
then
guys
she joined us.
have made popcorn and were
Yeah.
just hanging out. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe
Okay, so Murphy had just been let out. According to Bethany, she gets there at 1 a.m. Listen to this. So Bethany gets there at 1 a.m. Listen to this, because I need to add this to the timeline. Because if she gets home and sees Dylan, okay, so I am going to put 12:45 a.m. is when 12:45 a.m. is when Dylan lets Murphy out, approximately, according to Lakelynn's statement, right? Dylan lets Murphy out. At this point, though, okay, I have 2 dogs, obviously. At this point, it's 1 a.m., right? This is possibly the last time my dog's going to, this could be possibly the last time my dog's going to go to the bathroom, you know, before bed, you know. 1 a.m. is pretty late, you know. Okay, so take him out 1 a.m. I'm assuming Dylan put Murphy back in the crate, right? Like in Kaylee's room, because Kaylee has a crate in her room, a dog crate. I'm assuming that's it. Murphy should be getting ready for bed, right? If so, right? Think about it. Why then? Why then would Bethany and Maddie take Murphy out shortly after, because Bethany says that she lets Murphy out at 2 a.m. Around 2 a.m. Bethany says at 2 a.m., Bethany says that Kaylee and Maddie come home from the grub truck, and Maddie, Kaylee, Dylan, and Bethany all went to Kaylee's room. So, Lakelynn, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Dylan was dozing off. What do you mean Dylan was getting ready for bed? That's not what Bethany is saying. Bethany says that at 2 a.m., they're chilling in Kaylee's room. And guess what? Then Bethany says that at 2:30, she takes Murphy out. So you mean to tell me that an hour later, literally about an hour later, Murphy has to use the bathroom again? No, there's no way. No, someone is lying. Bethany or Dylan, one of those are lying. One of those two are lying here. How could you take Murphy out and now we're late? Like Murphy should be sleeping at that point. No, I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it.
Brady said this at the beginning, but how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. We don't care about underage drinking. We don't care about drugs. Like, we don't care.
Okay.
None of that matters. You're not going to get in trouble for like, oh yeah, you know, I used this drug or I was drinking that night or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We don't care.
Okay.
Right. So, like, I know you guys made some popcorn. Were you guys drinking beers, or I know you'd been drinking earlier in the night, right?
No. After I got back to the house, I stopped drinking.
After you left 427.
Yes.
Okay. Was.
Oh wait, 427. Oh bitch. Oh you fucking bitch. Oh shit. I'm talking to myself. I'm the bitch. $427. Oh no, it's not what I thought.
Was drinking alcohol or using drugs or anything?
No,
like
not when we got back to the house, her house.
Okay. How as far as Dylan and you go, like how drunk or intoxicated would you guys say? Like 10 being like completely passed out on the floor, like no idea, you know.
I'd say we were both probably about maybe like a 6 or 7.
Okay. So definitely feeling good.
Yeah, I think I might have been a little bit more drunk than she was because I was kind of drinking a little bit throughout the day. Yeah. It was a game day. Yeah, I think I might have been a little bit more drunk than she was.
Okay. But I just wanted to like gauge like, no, we weren't drinking at all, or we haven't been drinking at all, or we were drinking, or but just a little bit, or we were completely shit housed. Like
no, yeah, like I remember everything, so like I didn't like black out or like anything like that.
Okay. And then now there was beer cans everywhere, or like there was just a bunch of beer cans and beer pong tables. Like were you guys play? Did anybody play beer pong, or is that like?
We were Friday because we had our sorority formal, and there was a
party there the night before, right?
Yeah, and like sometimes they don't really like clean up necessarily the day after. They usually wait till like the weekend's over.
So a lot of those beer cans and the beer pong tables set up and all that stuff was like leftover kind of from Friday night.
I would assume so. I mean, I wasn't there during the day Saturday, so I don't know if like people were over then. Because typically, like, because there was like this like frat party, and like typically like people like pre-game it. So I don't know if like people were over earlier, like pre-gaming this party, and then people went over, or because I didn't go to that.
No, I'm assuming you've been over to the house quite a few different times. So like that table that was set up with all the beer pong cups, like is that like the beer pong table? Like is it always there, or does it like get moved somewhere else?
It usually gets moved. So like on that Friday, when we had our formal, it was in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then Saturday when I got there, it was in the living room.
Okay.
So I think it frequently gets kind of moved. Okay. And it also used to be kept outside, like when it was nicer out.
So it's just a straight up beer pong.
It's not used for really anything else.
It's not a dinner table. It's literally just a drinking beer pong.
It is, table. Yeah.
On Friday when you were over there, what time was the what'd you call it?
The formal. So we had to be at our sorority by 7:00. So we all left between like 6:30 to 6:45.
Okay. And do you know if like the party continued on Friday night from there, or?
Well, that makes sense because Friday, formal Friday. Okay, this is not the same formal. Okay, so this is not the same formal that Ethan went to.
I'm not completely sure because I know like Xana and Ethan, they didn't go to the sorority formal, so I don't know if other people went over after we left.
Okay.
But
So possible, but
It's possible, yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't go back there after I left to go to the formal at 7.
gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I got a little.
Okay, but that's Friday. That was Friday though. Why is he asking about Friday? What?
No, it's okay, man. And so the whole time you were there on
40.
Okay, wait.
Is it
Hold
always
on.
there, or does it like get moved somewhere else?
Usually it's not used for really any.
I'm just trying to understand what was the question about Friday? Like, why is that significant, right?
Anything
It's
else.
not a dinner table. It's literally just a drinking beer pong.
It
party
is,
table.
yeah.
On Friday when you were over there, what time was the what'd you call it?
The formal.
The formal.
So we had to be at our sorority by 7 o'clock. So we all left between like 6:30 to 6:40.
Oh, so it seems like to me, because he says when you were over there, they were still discussing 112 King Road. They were still talking about that residence, right? So to me, it seems like he just wanted to know, he kind of wanted to get a timestamp of when she left 1122 King on Friday.
45.
Okay. And do you know if like the party continued on Friday night from there, or?
I'm not completely sure because I know like Xana and Ethan, they didn't go to the sorority formal, so I don't know if other people went over after we left.
Okay.
But
So possible, but
it's possible, yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't go back there after I left to go to the formal at 7.
Gotcha.
For someone that's so involved in Ethan's clothing, taking pictures of the house, for someone who is so, that type of behavior, you sure, like, how do you not know if Ethan and Xana were there Friday? That seems odd to me.
Okay.
But whatever.
Sorry, I got a little.
No, it's okay, man. And so the whole time you were there on Saturday, or let me back up. Saturday night, you weren't there until late, actually early Sunday morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you were there for, let's see here. About,
I mean, first things first, right? First things first. This should have been the first fucking question in this fucking interview.
the whole time you were there on Saturday, or let me back up. Saturday night, you weren't there until late, actually early Sunday morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Early Sunday morning? What do you mean? 1 a.m. is not early Sunday morning, baby. That's late. Like, no. What are you talking about?
you were there for, let's see here. About 12:40 ish is when you get there, right? Or because you went right to the bathroom, and then you're there until.
That's the thing. They're going by this stupid picture. That's the fucking thing. They're basing her timeline on the fucking picture she took at 12:40, right? Only because she is stating that. Because she's like, oh, because the first thing I did when I got there, I went to the bathroom, So they're basing this whole fucking timeline, not whole timeline, but her timeline on that stupid picture.
Almost 2:00, I want to say, right around there.
All right, 12:30 to 2. She was there from 12:30 to 2. That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. She left literally before the dark hour, right in time, right? She was out.
Okay. What made you go home?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it's because like I just wanted like food because I went home and I like right.
Bitch, what? Bitch, what the fuck? Like Dylan saying that they were hungry. So you go from Dylan's dozing off, getting up, getting ready to go to bed, right? And I'm leaving, like making it seem like they're getting ready for bed, and these bitches are fucking hungry.
I made that bagel, and also like usually when I stayed at their house before a couple times, like just when I didn't want to go home, I usually slept like in the bedroom downstairs, like the empty one.
Yeah.
And it's not very comfortable, so I think I just like was like I'm just gonna go home.
Just ready to be done.
Yeah.
Was that Snapchat? Was that of the bagel?
Yes, that was.
Did you drop? I'm guessing you
Yeah.
dropped.
You mean the empty room that we have 0 pictures of? That empty room down there that nobody knows who the fuck sleeps there?
I dropped it on the floor and I had cream cheese everywhere.
So
No,
I think you said it took about how long does it take?
Like I just wanted like food because I went home and I like right away made that bagel, and also like usually when I stayed at their house before a couple times, like just when I didn't want to go home, I usually slept like in the bedroom downstairs, like the empty one.
Yeah.
And it's not very comfortable, so I think I just like was like I'm just gonna go home.
Just ready to be done.
Yeah.
Was that Snapchat? Was that of the bagel?
Yes, that was.
Did you drop? I'm guessing you
Yeah,
dropped it
I
or
dropped
something.
it on the floor and I had cream cheese everywhere.
So I think you said it took about how long does it take to get home from?
It's about 15 minutes.
Okay, and then I know I'm asking to go back to then and like think about when you made a bagel, but so you get home.
Wait, 15 minutes and she walks home? She walks home. Yo, 15 minutes and this bitch is walking home. It just doesn't make sense. I just can't. Like, I can't. I'm trying my hardest to believe her. But just like Dylan, she's giving me those same fucking vibes, yo. She's giving me the Dylan vibes. I don't know.
Immediately make the bagel? Is that like the first thing
Yeah,
you do?
because I had the bagels and cream cheese in my room.
Okay.
So I walked straight up to my room, and then because I live in the sorority, I was on the 3rd floor, and I grabbed a bagel, and then there's a toaster like in our lounge, so I didn't have to like go down to the kitchen or anything.
Okay.
So
that I think was at 219. I want to see. Could you look it up real quick?
Yeah. And I had already like taken
so within like 5 minutes
of getting home is when you get that.
Yeah.
Okay. And before, and you were on the main level the whole time you were there, right?
Besides going
aside from when you went up the stairs and then left. And the whole time you were there, like nobody else was home that you knew of, right?
Not that I knew of, no.
And you left before any of the other 4 got home, right? Okay.
And I didn't like pass them like when I was going down the road or anything.
Okay. Yeah, we're just, I mean, like I said before, the closer we can get to like minutes of how this kind of played out, is what we're kind of going for here. When you were at and then came there, what did you have with you? Like, did you have a purse or a backpack or like
a backpack.
Anything? Okay. And did you take that with you when you left? Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything, because at some point, obviously, we're gonna have to go through the house and figure out what belongs to who. Is there anything in the house that like belongs to you that you've left there in the past or anything like that?
Yeah, the only thing I left a green water bottle in Zana's car, the blue one, and then there should be like one of my sorority sweatshirts like in Zana's closet or something that I let her borrow over like a month.
But nothing like
just like
I've got 2 TVs and an Xbox.
No, it's just like clothes and just like little
Okay.
things.
And you probably don't know this, but is there anything is there other stuff that is in the house that you know of that doesn't belong to anybody that lives there? Like,
Not that I can think of now.
okay. I noticed, and obviously going there, there's a lot of different types of like alcohol.
Mhm.
Hard alcohol, there's a lot of like White Claw stuff, but there's
Mhm.
also different beers and stuff like that. Like, do you know who drinks what? Like, what they're like, oh, this person, they drink this all the time. This person, they drink this all the time. I'm like,
Mainly just like my close friends is really like I know like I drink white like Dylan,
I think she said White Claw.
like Xana used to drink White Claw sometimes. Like she'd switch between different things. Ethan, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, that's all I can think of.
That's fine. Some people are like, oh, that guy's Coors Original. He doesn't drink anything but the Buckskins. You know what I mean? Like,
most of our friends kind of drink whatever they can get. So.
Okay. And then on top of that, like kind of going back into like we're on the outside looking in,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we're trying to dissect people's relationships and understand like you know, get this whole picture. And as you can imagine, this is probably like just insane with the amount of people and connections and relationships and communication. And we understand also in college, like there's a lot of sex, there's a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of drugs, like, and those things can kind of muddy the water. Especially when we're trying to understand from the outside in, like what is how is this machine, if you make it, how is it moving? How are the cogs working, right? Because when you start talking about the difficult things like sex and underage drinking and drug use and stuff like that, people they kind of hink up, you know. But like, you know, we have to, you know, we can't let that get in the way of like, understanding how that works. So I bring that up because, like I said, like we don't care about alcohol, we don't care about drugs, like we don't care. We need to know about it. You know what I mean? So from my understanding, there is quite a bit of drug use and potentially some maybe in that house. Do you know anything about that?
No, I know that
nobody's gonna get in trouble. Like,
no,
nobody's gonna get in trouble. Like, that is not what this is about.
The only thing I could think of is that like Xana and Ethan, like they sometimes like would smoke weed. I don't know if either of them like had like I don't know like a dab pen or like anything like that, but I know like occasionally they would because like last year they would sometimes.
Okay.
But I can't think of any of the other ones that.
Well, like at parties and stuff, it wasn't like the hey, pass the 4-foot bomb around the room while everybody's getting rips.
No.
Not that type of.
No.
Okay. As far as we talked about alcohol, we talked about drugs. As far as relationship stuff goes, obviously, Xana and Ethan were dating. Do you know any? I mean, were they completely exclusive to each other? Did you ever hear if there was any like, oh, maybe she cheated on him or he cheated on her, or like, you know, was there any different kind of love interest? The different people, like, does that make sense?
I think that they were pretty exclusive to each other. Like once they like actually like made it official last spring that they were like boyfriend and girlfriend. Because over the course of like last year, like last school year, like Xana and another guy named he like they kind of had like a little thing going on. Like they took each other to like their like sorority and fraternity like formals.
And that was.
And it had like a little thing going exclusive to each other. Like once they like.
Hear if there was any like, oh, maybe she cheated on him or he cheated on her, or like, you know, was there any different kind of love interest? The different people, like, does that make sense?
I think that they were pretty exclusive to each other. Like once they like actually like made it official last spring that they were like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because over the course of like last year, like last school year, like Xana and another guy named he like they kind of had like a little thing going on. Like they took each other to like their like sorority and fraternity like formals.
Okay.
Like,
And that was and
Xana. Yeah.
But that was prior to
That was
her and Ethan officially dating.
Oh yeah. But that's the only because Xana never really had like a boyfriend or anything before. I know like her and Nate kind of liked each other and their whole thing was kind of off and on. And then her and Ethan started like hanging out more last year, and then they started.
This says she said Matt. So Matt is Xana's ex.
Dating this last spring.
Okay.
But I haven't like heard anything of them like cheating on each other. Like.
Okay, so nothing. Were they like on and off a ton? Like, oh, I broke up this week, back together this week, next week, like.
I never heard anything of them like getting like a big fight and like taking a break from each other and like they had, like little small things, but like they never like broke up with each other. It wasn't like an on and off kind of thing.
Okay. And then as far as a boyfriend, right? Which is yes, thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, what?
What about?
Hang on. He says
are they doing?
he's like whispering, like he doesn't want us to hear.
And then as far as a boyfriend, right? Which is yes, thank you.
Colin? Wait, what? What about Colin? Who is he seeing? What does Colin have to do with Xana? What?
Yeah.
What about like what is that? Are they doing a long distance thing?
Yeah, they're doing long distance. They've been dating for about 2 years. They did long distance all last year, and then also like the beginning of this year. But as far as I know, they're like really good. Like, she hasn't told me about like any major fights or anything that's happened. Like she'll tell me when she gets like annoyed with him, like over like a message or something. But as far as I know, like they've been good and like nothing's happened there.
Okay. And as far as like other boys or other girls, like has she ever mentioned, oh, this one time he cheated on me or whatever, I think he did, or like the other way around? Do you know if she's ever cheated on him, and does he know about it or does he not know about it?
Yeah.
Do you know any of that stuff?
I've never heard her say anything about like him cheating or her being like suspicious of anything.
Yeah.
But she did tell me like at some point last year, one of our sorority sisters like texted and told him that Dylan cheated on him at like a party or something.
Okay.
Which is weird because Dylan wasn't friends with that sorority girl. So,
okay.
But that's the only thing that I ever heard of was that a girl in my sorority texted and said that like Dylan cheated on him.
A girl in my sorority texted Colin and said that like Dylan cheated on him. What?
Okay. But that was completely untrue, or you don't know, or
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's untrue. I mean, obviously, like Dylan told me like it wasn't true and like it was made up, and like knowing the girl that said it, like it
wouldn't surprise you.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Okay. Does not have a boyfriend, correct? Okay. What's her?
Yeah, she does. Quinn Kelly. Okay, it's redacted, obviously.
a little bit more because she took him to our sorority formal on that Friday.
Okay, so maybe kind of potentially establishing a little bit of.
Wait, so Dylan took Colin to her sorority, but she drove to Kaylee's to personally invite Kaylee to her sorority party as a +1. So Dylan ends up going with Colin, according to this girl here, Lakelynn.
Yeah, like I think like they kind of had like feelings for each other, but there was no like official label or anything on it. They were just kind of like hanging out and.
Okay, and do you know, would she usually spend the night at their place, or did people come over to her house because they like this? Sorry, what's his name?
They're asking a lot of questions about Colin. They are asking a lot of questions about Colin. Am I hearing this correctly? Maybe they meant Quinn? Perhaps? Maybe it's Quinn, not Colin? Like, I don't know.
Fraternity or what?
Yeah, he's in a fraternity, yeah.
Okay, so is
Of
he
course
in a
he's in a
house,
fraternity.
or is he off campus?
No, he lives in the house.
Okay, so does he come over to, do you know if he would come over to her place more often because she's off campus, has her own?
Yeah, he would typically go over to, her house.
Okay, so this Colin person would typically come over to 1122 King Road. That's news to me.
Okay. Kaylee, do you know anything about her relationship? I don't know how, I know you talked
No,
to her,
no, not really, because I didn't meet Kaylee until the beginning of the school year when she was living with all of them.
Right. No one knows Kaylee. Right. No one has any clue who Kaylee is.
Because like last year I didn't go to their house a bunch because it was like older girls and I wasn't really friends with them.
Older girls and I wasn't friends with them.
But then after like Dylan and Zana moved in this year, like I started being there way more, and that's kind of how I met Kaylee. But I don't really know much about like her relationship with anyone.
And same with Maddie, or you do know Maddie better?
Maybe just a little bit more. Like I've been around Maddie more, I think, like, especially like last year. Like we'd always be at the same place and stuff, and like I've met her boyfriend Jay before. And I saw him this school year when he came up to visit on like homecoming or like alumni weekend.
I think that's.
Did either one of them, Kaylee or Maddie, did you hear from like anything about Kaylee or Maddie like having a side piece or kind of doing their own thing, or like was any of that gossip like relayed to you, or did it ever happen?
No, and I don't like, even if something like that like did happen, I don't think. Oh, actually no, I did hear that last spring break Maddie kissed a boy on their like Mexico trip.
Okay, how'd that? I guess let's talk about that.
This bitch got all the tea. I'm telling you, this bitch has all the tea. She knows everything. She's the gossip queen. This is the gossip queen right here.
So it was that told me, this was like last year though when it happened, that Maddie kissed a guy named on that spring break trip, but I don't know if like Jay found out about it or not. But
well, wait, what? Colin, is this the same Colin you were just talking about? Wait, is this Colin, the Colin you were just talking about that Dylan was saying? Because, or there's two Collins. Like, what's going on here?
Did that lead to some drama?
Not that I know of. Like, I didn't hear anything after that. She just told me that like, oh, like I heard that like Maddie kiss this guy like on their spring break trip in Mexico.
Did they
like, went on the spring break trip? Like, is that a whole sorority that went, or like a group of like 30 people, 10 people?
I think it was like a bigger group and like people from like different like fraternities and sororities like on our campus. Okay. I do know Beth was on that Mexico trip though.
Bethany.
And then like
Bethany.
was the one that she kissed, but I can't like exactly remember who was all on that trip.
How does he fit into knowing them? Is he in a sorority or fraternity?
He used to. He's in the house, which is where Jim was in before he graduated.
Okay. Do you know him?
Who? I like been around him a couple times last year, like at a party or something, but I never really like had like conversations with him. It was more like a hey and like give each other a hug kind of thing.
Okay.
Were they? So is Colin and Jim like friends?
They're talking too much about this Colin character.
I would think so. I'm not exactly sure because I mean they were in the same fraternity together, but I don't know like if I mean.
Well, you're assuming that they that he knows them through him. So I mean, obviously there must be some sort of friends or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're not really. I'm sorry. I'm just.
No.
I'm
Yeah. Like I guess.
Loud,
yeah. I'm not like 100% sure, but.
Understand. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that like a one-time thing, or did he kind of like keep trying to come back or come around the house or communicate, or would you even know?
I wouldn't know. I just heard that one thing, and then I never heard anything else after that. So.
Okay. What about Kaylee? I know she'd recently broken up. Was there, I guess, were you made aware of any, or did anyone tell you about her ever cheating on her boyfriend, or her going through a phase, or doing her own thing for a little while?
No.
Okay. Did you know who she was? Didn't she start dating after she broke up with her ex?
Like dating a new guy?
Yeah. Or wasn't she hanging out with somebody? Was she? I shouldn't ask. Was she? Do you know if she was?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or I'm not sure. I wasn't very close.
Hi there, Natalie. What the fuck? Wow, she went with Colin. Then why the fuck did she ask Haley? Exactly. Let me show my face here. Exactly, Natalie. Like, what the fuck? So you mean to tell me you traveled, I don't know, an hour and a half or whatever to go invite Kaylee to be your +1, but you end up going with Colin that Friday. So what happened? What exactly happens here? And they're talking about Colin way too much. Like, way too much. Who is this Colin character?
I was with Kaylee, and like usually when I was over there, like,
she also says that Maddie kisses Colin in Mexico. She says Maddie kisses Colin in Mexico.
Like there was multiple people there, so like I don't know if she was like specifically hanging out with one person.
Yeah. It's interesting, or it was coincidental because I was actually going to ask you about if something happened over Parents' Weekend that might have happened with your mom in the trailer.
What?
Did you hear about anything like somebody getting rowdy and like getting asked to leave?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a guy, I mean he's my friend, but he was like really drunk and he was like kind of like saying stuff to like some of the other parents in the trailer, and then he went up to one of the moms and like not really like hit her hard, but like with an empty plastic water bottle and kind of like hit her on the top of the head.
Okay.
Yo, what the fuck kind of kids are being raised in Idaho? Like, what type of people are being raised over there? What is going on? How are they raising these kids? So disrespectful. What the fuck? Yo, these people don't even have manners?
Then he was asked, like my mom like asked him to like.
And this was a student?
Yes.
Okay.
Who was that?
It's
Okay.
And was that
What? Ethan's mom? Ethan's mom? Is that what happens? Hold on.
kind of like hit her on the top of the head.
okay?
And then he was asked, like my mom like asked him to like.
And this was a student?
Yes.
Okay.
Who was that?
It's
Okay.
And was that like at a character for him, or like just?
I mean, he's usually kind of like an asshole, especially like when he's drunk. And like I know he's like gotten like kind of like physically like rowdy before. So I wouldn't say it's like out of the ordinary.
Wait, are they talking about Ethan? Are they speaking about Ethan? Let's back up to this incident that occurred at the trailer, please. I can't even believe that Ethan would do that. I don't
No,
know.
because I was actually going to ask you about if something happened over Parents' Weekend that might have happened with your mom in the trailer.
With her mom. With Lakelynn'S mom at the trailer, okay? So someone hit Caitlin's mom with the bottle, plastic bottle. Let's go. Let's hear this.
Did you hear about anything like somebody getting rowdy and like getting asked to leave?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a guy, I mean he's my friend, but he was like really drunk and he was like kind of like saying stuff to like some of the other parents in the trailer. And then he went up to one of the moms and like not really like hit her hard, but like with an empty plastic water bottle and kind of like hit her on the top of the head.
Okay.
And then he was asked, like my mom like asked him to like.
And this was a student?
Okay. The mom asked him to leave. It wasn't Lakelynn'S mom that was hit. It was someone else's mom someone else's mom's mom that was hit. And Lakelynn'S mother got involved and asked the kid to leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Who was that?
It's
Okay.
She says Ethan. She says Ethan. So on Parents' Weekends, was Ethan drunk out of his mind? Like,
was that like at a character for him, or like just?
I mean, he's usually kind of like an asshole, especially like when he's drunk. And like I know he's like gotten like kind of like physically like rowdy before. So I wouldn't say it's like out of the ordinary.
And were you there? Like you watched this happen or whatnot, or?
I watched him hit the mom in the head with the water bottle, but then I heard from like other people that like he was like kind of like saying like comments or something to the parents. But then like I was there, like I was watching like when my mom like asked him to leave and like he got out of the trailer and.
bro, is she talking about Ethan? Now, like, this is crazy.
Okay, give us 1 sec.
Okay.
You want a bottle of water or soda or anything?
I have a bottle of water.
Yeah, let me see if I can track one down for you.
That was it. Thank you to Christy Chaos for this. I want to now let's do Kai Davis. No, not Kai. I can't do another interview today. I have to like spread them out because it's too much. So let me share my timeline again. Yeah, I can't do two interviews back to back. It's just yeah. So here we go. So now that we know that, right? Fuck, what happened to my timeline? So they left Dylan. So Lakeland arrives and Dylan takes Murphy out. Okay. This is according to Lakeland's interview. Right. I'll add the clip later. I'll add the video later. Okay. So and then she said she left. She left at 2. She left at 2 a.m. All right. So she's there. Lakeland's at 112 during all of this that's happening here. Bethany walks home. No, this is incorrect. Bethany is incorrect. On supplement 90, where Bethany said Lakeland leaves at 122, no, baby. No, baby girl, no. She's there till 2 a.m. She is there, my guy, till 2 a.m. So we're going to add this here. Okay. Now, what I want to do is share. We're going to take a look at the crime photos again. Okay? Because this is a live dig and it's just what we do, right? So now let's go into the crime photos. I want to show you guys something. I want to share this. How do I share this? Hang on. Here we go. Share. I've been trying to locate Ethan's cleats, Ethan's golf shoes that we see in the trunk of his red Jeep. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know what happens, but I'm back. Okay. So I've been trying to locate what I was saying before. I don't know if it cut me off, but I've been trying to locate Ethan's cleats, his golf shoes. Wait, this is the January batch, right? It's January. Okay, so the other batch, let me open that one up. Bear with me. Bear with me here. Okay. So I want to share this photo. Hang on one second, okay? I'm trying to pull it up. Give me 1 second. So I gotta go to my drive. Then what's going on, Max? My dogs are starting to get restless. I can't with them. All right, I'm looking for Ethan's photo. 1 second. I'm looking for the photo of his cleats because I was digging earlier and everything takes time, right? It's gonna take some time. Whole lot of to do it. Oh boy, my computer needs more RAM or something like that because it's just going super slow. It seems like when I do these long lives, oh shit, I've been on for 2 hours. Maybe that's why. When I do these long lives, honestly, you guys, it's like my computer starts slowing down, like it's getting fucking tired. And it's quite annoying because I still have so much shit I want to show you guys. And then it slows me down. All this fucking shit. I digress. Fuck it. I really want to show it to you guys. So it is what it is. I'm just going to take my time and look for it. I literally was looking at it earlier today. Let me go to shared with me. This sucks. This sucks big time. My computer's going so slow. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I can't work like this. I can't get shit done this way. I really can't. What the fuck? Fuck me. Fuck me. Come on. Fucking work. Oh my God. I can't. I can't. I fucking can't. This shit is aggravating. God damn it, this shit is aggravating. Like, are you fucking kidding me with this fucking piece of shit computer? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Oh my God. All right. Let me open it up again. I don't know. Let's try that. Close it, open it up again. See if that works. It's so embarrassing too. Like, it's actually very embarrassing. I'm trying to be professional here. It's just embarrassing that it's simply a technical problem. You know what I mean? I was just looking at the fucking, oh, guess what? Oh, I screenshotted the bitch. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way. I screenshotted the photo. I screenshot it. Let's do that. I'm just going to share. Cool. Okay, we got this. We got this. Image file. Okay, now I want to go to my desktop. Maybe doing this, I don't know. Maybe if I drop it, will it work? Oh, I know. I could do this. I could open it. Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. Guys, my bad. Here we go. Stay with me. Bear with me. I think I got it, okay? Here we go. Okay, you ready? Oh, fuck me. Okay. All right. So check this out. As you can see, yeah, I took a screenshot of this earlier today, right? I cannot, for the life of me, locate this sneaker. I've been trying to find the sneaker because, first of all, if you look at this photo, right? We don't know, like, I can't, what is this red, right? Is this just like the red fading, or is that part of the shoe? Okay, number one, right? I tried everything. I tried Googling looking for this. And what I want to show you is this. Because let me show you another picture now. Shh. I have to open it first. Right? My dogs hate when I go live. They hate it. They're like crying. They're being babies. My dogs are being babies right now. Seriously? Like they want all the fucking attention in the world. Okay, so now let me show you this. Ready? I'm going to show you the print and then I'm going to find one of these cleats and show you the footprint. If this computer cooperates with me, I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying here. This is why I can't fucking do this is why I can't do lives. I'm just gonna have to do pre-records from now on. Like nothing is working. I don't know what's the problem. Oh my god, you guys. You guys, I'm so fucking sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my computer. I'm so sorry. I have to get this fixed. I can't get this done. I can't do anything like this, right? Like what the fuck? Here, I want to show you this, right? Because people keep saying silent pod. Oh my God, dude, I'm having so fuck. Yo, Stoner, you're not sorry. It's okay. Dude, it's Stoner Pod. I should fucking smoke a fucking joint right now because it's one of those fucking days. It's insane. People keep saying, people keep saying that this freaking the Latin print here, they keep pointing to a van, to vans. Um, let me see if I can make this bigger for y'all. Y'all can see this. How do can I zoom in here? Here, let's do that. Okay. You know what, you guys? Okay, I'm gonna call that a night. I'll come back with more. I'm thinking of doing a pre-record and actually detailing everything that I was going to show you guys. I am so sorry. I'm having problems with this stream. I've been here for over 2 hours. That's possibly why. So let's end it at that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone that's checked in. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend. I will be live tomorrow. If I'm not live, I'll do a pre record. Thank you so much.